Erica. And I think that theme about the idea of helping people have a voice and helping people to put things in one place really fits very much with some of the things that Alister has been working on with the idea of life story work or reminiscence. And that's something that I know that you're very passionate about as something that can help us connect with ourselves, Alister.
Yep, thank you, Susan. And I suppose to start with what we mean by reminiscing. And really, all it is just initiating discussion of past events and experiences. And I suppose with the app, really what I'm looking at is that you can record that digitally rather than in a paper-based system. So why is it important? To me, it provides some prompts. It gives ourselves and others a better understanding of who we are, and that could be through us with family, friends, care providers, also could be with co-workers. So, everyone has a story within. And today, it's rare that these past stories or memories are actually shared, around the dining table or around the fireplace, as was the norm for our previous generations. And so the more memories generally mean a richer time frame of our journey. And so probably one of the outcomes, I mean, this, I could list numerous outcomes from this, but one of them is to reduce loneliness, anxiety, and agitation. And research evidence indicates that when a person has a life storybook, it results in improved quality of life. And it's interesting that, our strongest memories are during the period of our late teens, early 20s. So for me, that was in the late 70s. And if I look back then to the new friends that I developed, new relationships, some of the adventures, employment sort of was when I first started working, travel, fashion trends. So around that time was bell bottoms, paisley shirts, long hair. Believe it or not, Susan, I had long wavy hair down to my shoulders back then. And another one is music. And so I think, whether you enjoy music or not, listening to, there will be some tunes that when you hear them now will take you instantly back to some event or activity. And that sort of stimulates that memory further and makes it stronger. As I say, everyone has a life story to tell, and it's great to try and get that sharing. But also, I mean, it's as far as this recording of your life journey, I mean, it can also be a legacy, and a means of how you want to be remembered by your grandchildren, Mokopuna. What key lessons do you want to share with them, or what key skills that you may have that you want to pass on, and particularly some sort of skills that maybe are dying. Are there any family traditions or stories that you want to pass on? So, at the end of the day, I suppose a memory is much more than a collection of dates, events, and people that you've met. It's a tangible way a tangible way for your loved ones to acknowledge and remember you and the impact you've made to their family and the wider community.
I think life story work, it's so special. And one of the things that that comes to mind to me is just, I'm thinking about some of the images that I've seen of you and your son together. And that thing that it creating this kind of thing together can be such a special experience for families, can't it? That, I
Yeah,
bet there were things that your family was going, Dad, I didn't know you wore bell bottoms. They were learning about you and through this experience as well.
yeah. I mean, how many times have we been to a funeral and we hear someone get up
Mm.
and then start sharing stories, and you've never heard of those stories before? So one of the things I sort of say, why not share it now? Because at least you know, you can hear what other people have got to say, and also you get the opportunity to correct them too.
Yeah. That's gorgeous. Yeah, yeah. And I know that in the past that we've had family members who have passed away, and we come together as a family and look at photos, and we don't know what they are.
Yeah,
We don't know who's in them. We don't know the context for them, and it's such a loss. And you think, why? Why weren't we doing this? Yeah. So, and um, I guess that one of the things that came to mind when you were talking about how that younger time is so special is that it's often when we have our first things, isn't it? It's our first kiss or our first job or our first car, and they're the things that really stay with us. So
yeah,
that, we go back to those. And then by the time you've had your third car, you're struggling to remember what it was. But your first one, you can remember, everything about. So there is something special about, that time of life often, isn't there, in terms of the memories that stay with
yeah.
us. Yeah. Well, fantastic. And just to let people know that we'll be putting the link in, um, and I'll pop in a couple of a wee video and a wee free resource about life history work, but that also your app is just available to use, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. And probably the easiest thing is if you just go onto the website. It gives a little bit of information about the app, and also then from there you can click on and download the app onto your phone, desktop, tablet, whatever.
Cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And just, congratulations. It's just a wonderful thing, a wonderful resource for people to have to be able to, move past the sellotape and bits of paper on the kitchen bench, something that can be shared and be there for the person and their family. So it's a very cool thing. And